Hello YouTube, welcome back to Mine Mogul, and to the new map of the Age of Steel update. When we last left off, we had basically upgraded our copper area a little bit, and we had done a little bit more work on the little area up here. I just gotta get up here. Oh, and we added the iron chunks that honestly I can get rid of now. Yeah, I can just turn this off. Because we have where is it? I had it here somewhere. Cluster breakers. We have cluster breakers now. So ain't that neat? I assume the clusters go in here, then they get broken down, and then they get added to the line. So, all in all, not bad. Not bad at all. From looks of things, I should just be as easy as... Should just be as easy as... Not quite like that, apparently. I was gonna say, it should just be as easy as just... Okay, there. Okay. Wasn't as easy as I was thinking. I couldn't just put it straight under it, but... Now we should be able to turn this on. It will go up here, get tossed into there. And there. Broke apart. Cool. And according to the description on the things, you don't have to worry about the mysterious geodes. They will basically be crushed along with it. The only thing I do need to double check on this is to make sure that our thingamabobber over here, yes, okay, good. That's one of the extra good things about having the coal and the iron ore and all that jazz filtered off to the side. Because then you can do stuff like this where you can just add like geodes onto the line and not even worry about it, because the geodes basically are going to act like, well, gemstones. There's really not going to be any difference to them. They're going to be just like the gemstones. So all we gotta do is just do stuff like that. Add to the line, and it will pop out here on this line. Go on down here, get cleaned up, and added onto the main bus. And hopefully it will go and make the whole line mess up and hold up. Yep, one of the main problems. Okay, you know what? Now, I want to. I wanted to just say, screw it, let's just get rid of all of this, but no. But boy, do I want to. And that should do it. Okay. Yeah, one of the slight problems of doing these smart splitters is that they will occasionally phase through the physics engine and all that jazz. I'm willing to bet that you could easily solve that by, well, not having it so compressed like I do. That is one way that you can fix it, is if you just don't have it as compressed as I do. But, well, I kinda don't want to redo that. So we're just going to ignore it and hope that doesn't happen again. Even though we all know that it will. Okay, so what are we doing today? Easy. We are going to first finish off that copper area. Get the copper area all sorted and nice looking. Then we are going to go and, well, do a little bit of work on the gold area. Alrighty, and that should do it. And now we should be able to turn these on. Turn you on. And we should not have any problems. Because just like over in that iron area, the main problem, using heavy air quotes, of the geodes won't be a problem. Because, well, they'll simply go onto the line, get cleaned up, and get tossed down the chute. And now we are making a whole crud ton of copper. Yeah, looking at things, we're getting about double. Yeah, a little over double per chunk. So, needless to say, these heavy miners do the work of at least 2 normal mines. Good to have in mind. Good to keep in mind. There we go. And now we just add you to the line. And now we can turn you on. I am curious as what happens to a normal ore that goes in here. Let's see. Okay, it just comes out. So it's basically just the crusher. It's like the normal ore crusher, only instead of, you know, putting in normal ore, you put in the clusters. But just like the normal ore crushers, the smaller version that comes out can go in and nothing happens to it. Alright, perfect. Perfect. So that is quite a bit more copper. I mean, quite a bit more coal coming in. Quite a bit more coal, actually. shouldn't need that much coal. So, what I'm considering is I think I might just shake her off a little bit of this. I think I might just shake her off a little bit of this. Since we obviously don't need this much of all of that. Crud. We don't have any smart splitters. Could do the T-junction, but I really don't want to. Alright. So, we are going to go and we are going to go grab some more smart splitters. Obviously, as you've seen, it's not exactly that great of a thing. They do have their problems, obviously. Huh, you're having fun. Yep, those rod extruders tend not to, rod extenders, whatever, tend to be very finicky. And you know what? Let's just get rid of this. We don't need it. How did you get in here? Hang on. Oop. Hey, you get your butt over here. I assume that something made some crushed coal. Somehow. And that just added to the line. I don't know how the heck it made crushed coal. There shouldn't be any crushed coal anywhere here on this line, but okay. Even if the coal somehow managed to continue on this line, honestly, it should have gone down this way. It should have gone down forward before getting down there. Oh, hey! Our first geodes that I noticed are getting polished right now. Perfect. And what are you? You're a quartz. You can tell by the yellowy thing. Okay, cool. Alright, let's head on back over there and let's head on over there and get this thing sorted out. And that's one of the things that can routinely happen to you when you start playing a game like this is you start upgrading stuff and, well, you just get kind of sidetracked doing that whole upgrading shtick. Go. Alright. Now the crushed will come on out. And I'm pretty sure you can use the crushed to feed into the furnaces too. I am almost 100% certain about that. So, not too worried. Yeah, our coal is a little bit slower now. A little bit. but it'll be fine. I'm not worried about the gemstones either, because those won't disappear. It's just the coal that might disappear. Alrighty, so we're all good. I suppose one thing I could do is I could, just to be on the safe side, add a little sorter here. But honestly speaking, I don't really see any worries about tossing the geodes or the gems onto the shaker. And what's more is they might just get me a ruby or two, maybe. But that's neither here nor there. We are done with this area now. We got the copper all definitely sorted. It's now coming out at a decenter pace. Do we have a gold thing up here? No. It looks like we do not. Okay. So, nah. Next episode. So, now we will work on that gold, which we definitely need. And where are we going to build our gold mine? Well, that one's easy. We're going to build it over here. Because down here is... Let me get some light. Down here is where our gold area is. Or at least, this is the closest gold area I remember us having. There's some coal, unfortunately. But, yeah. This is where we'll be making our next vein. We will be needing to light this place up, though, so let's really quickly do that. The real question, though, is how do I want to do this? Do I want to take it up and over there, or do I want to try to drop it down that way? Because we're going to do the same thing we did with the copper. We're just going to build the rollers and such right here. And I'm thinking that we do have enough. Yeah, we do have enough chutes. We might just go right straight down the middle there. The problem is we'd have to figure out how we're going to do that. But we can figure that out. I have no doubt in my mind about that. It won't be that difficult to figure that one out. And last light, let's make it count. Alright. Okay, so... Nothing in this cave? Alright, cool. So I can ignore that. Alright, so we have... this gold here, and this half gold here. The real question that I have is, do I want to go and toss this one down and actually use it? Or do I want to just stick with the big old heavy miners? Because the big old heavy miners, both of them are pure gold. This one is mostly, well, it has a better chance of coal than gold. So I need to filter off the coal and then do something with the coal. And that would be a slight issue. A slight issue, not a major issue, just a slight issue. So, what should I do? To be honest, I don't really see much of a problem with the coal. Though if I am going to do the coal, I might as well leave that open so we can... Well, no, I won't need to, because I don't need to go and add an additional crusher. I can just belt it on through here and over to here, over to it from here. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so eventually we'll probably be rocking the coal too, that other coal node down there. I would add it to the line right now, but I don't have another heavy miner. And since we're gonna have to run down there anyways to toss it somewhere, no sense going and trying to make a whole new one. Okay, let us put the sorter right here, and we will sort off all of the coal. The coal will come out this way. And gemstones will go out this way. Oh, wait. No. Hang on. There we go. Gemstones will go out this way. Alright. So, first, we will shaker it. Shaker the coal. There we go. That. Do that. Alrighty, perfect. Now, we should just be able to go forward with all of this. But before we do, let us work on the I did go a little bit. We'll be fine. Let's see. Casting table shall be right here. Because it kind of has to be. Ooh, that might not be enough space for all of that. Do you have an additional... Yes, I have an additional ingot. Did I buy 6 ingots mistakenly? I probably did. Yeah, I probably did. You probably all yelled at me, "Hey, Alan, you bought an additional ingot. You didn't need that additional ingot," and I just did not pay attention. Which, pretty on brand for me, unfortunately. And there. A little bit of a roundabout, but it'll be fine. Okay. Gold will go up here. Well, not quite. Can I run it back here? No, I can't. Let's see here. Here. 10. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this the right way. Okay. Okay. That way. That way. And can we put a casting machine over here somewhere? Not particularly. I mean, yes, but it's a little bit further out. But not too terribly bad. There. Okay. Gold comes out of here, gets crushed, turned into ingots, The coal, of course, comes over here, gets shakered, comes out as crushed or as gemstones. The hmm, the crushed we are actually going to just toss out. And by toss out, I mean we're going to go and get rid of them kind of a little bit. Oh, where is my... There you are. Well, if I'm going to be doing that anyways, might as well do something like this, right? There we go. Okay. Send them over this way, where all the crushed will be turned into little ingots. And then those ingots will... Well, we'll just toss those down the chute that we will be eventually making. Real question is, where do we want the chute? I'm going to say we put it here-ish, just because. Yes. Oop, shoot. Got off my line. Okay. And now we just need to go up one. Ah, come on. Okay. Now we just start deleting these because I don't need my sight lines ruined. And that's actually going to be a pretty good spot. But first... There we go. Okay. Perfect. And I've got more than enough hoppers, which I'm actually shocked by. I really am shocked by that. Actually, I could just add them to the line, couldn't I? Wow, this actually was dang near perfect. Yeah, I just literally do that, and yeah. There's the bug chute. Okay. There's... And the bottom chute must be letting the pipes through, because we've got one right on over here. I actually did have a quick thought about that. Yeah, the it must be letting the pipes through. Oh, Jesus. Huh. I thought the pipes were bigger than that. It must just be how it looks, the angle. Oh well, works for me. Okay, so we have it perfect now. Oh, I can get rid of that second part. I was a little bit worried it might jiggle physics its way to freedom. Okay, so that's all pretty gosh darn good. We should be in keyword here, be able to go and get that gold sorted. Going a bit too far. Too used to going into our normal area. Okay. So. There we go. Okay. So, back on to what we were saying. All the gemstones are going to come over this way. But we should probably sort out how we're going to set up the actual building area. The extender, the extruder. It is extruder. Huh. I thought I was saying it wrong this entire time. Yeah, the extruder, the plate machines. Honestly speaking, actually now that I think about it, let's go on back down here. Let us see here. Well, first, let's grab some more heavy miners, because we can. And then, I think we're going to grab a few of these. Hey, hold up, Alan. You need more conveyor belts. Before you go running off and then having to jump down again, let us fill up on some conveyor belts. I don't know how many walled mergers I got, but let's just be on the safe side and make sure we fill up our bag of that. Okay. Okay, so what the game plan is, as far as I'm thinking, this is not enough space. This brown loamy dirt, that's pretty much the only place you can really build if you don't use scaffolding. If you don't use scaffolding, that's how you gotta play this game. However, we do have scaffolding. So, I think that's how we're going to do this. I'm going to go and I'm going to put these guys like so. And should be able to put a... Yes. Be able to put it like that. So we should be able to just straight out and there. now we need to put the polishing machine down. That one, though, is actually going to be pretty easy. Polishing machine we can just put kind of like this. Don't even need that extra scaffolding. And there. That should be good. Now we just have it run up here. And actually, looking at things, I can actually move this stuff up a little bit, which will give us a little bit more space to do stuff with. Yeah. There. Okay. And grab you. Okay. First things first. Now, will this work? Nah. Yes, it will. Huh, I didn't think it would. Okay. Oh, that works. Okay. This, do that. Then we have it run down here. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that a different way anyways. Do that. Do that. Continue running you on over there. And just do this to be on the safe side. Alrighty, so crushed coal and coal will come over here and just get tossed over there. No biggie, they're all gone. However, the rubies and the diamonds will come out here along with all the other gemstones that are coming out of there. And they'll just come along here, get tossed into the main bus, so to speak. Now, over here, we are going to be having the various... We are going to be having all the ingots and such come up this way. But the gears are just going to continue forward. They'll go over here. We'll have to belt it a little bit weirdly, but eventually it'll come over here and it'll join this little network and go along its merry way. All the ingots, though, will come up here. They will, of course, do the various doobly-doos that they do. Probably drop through the floor here But, could be worse. At least we can get at that one easier. Alright. So, seeing as how we have done this, and we have... Oop, nope, wrong one. There we go. We have that anyways. Let's just also pipe in the biggin. Because we might as well. There we go. And do this, and now we run it on. Ah, and I see that I have not yet piped this all over. Alright, that's fine. That's fine, we can take care of this. That, that, and actually, we can't just do that. No sense doing anything special. Alright, but there. The diamonds might be a slight problem. They probably would get crushed and destroyed. So actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna change this around a little bit. We're going to change this around a little bit, and we are going to just have this one kind of run and do its own thing. Yeah, that's not going to work. Sorry about the jump cut. Had a slight issue with my computer, that's all. Been real sneezy as of lately. Probably because I'm a little bit sick. But only a little bit. Okay. Well, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work either. Okay, I guess we're doing it like this. Long roundabout way. Okay. Not exactly how I wanted to do that, but, well, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. There. Okay. Now that should be fine. Now there should be no problems with the gemstone being destroyed or any nonsense like that. And honestly, realistically speaking here, I should be able to turn everything on. Yes? Come on. Come with me. Come with me now. Go have fun. Okay. Yes. Ah. Yes-ish. We can turn everything on with a huge asterisk. Obviously, we're not going to be able to turn on without, well, doing the sorting nonsense. So. Okay. Let's grab you. Toss you over here. We have one, so I don't need to go and break it up. Yes, we do. Get out of it. Perfect. Grab all of you. And this should be good. Yes. Awesome. Okay. Shouldn't have any problems. And there's my cat deciding she's going to go and start messing about with stuff in the kitchen. Oh well. Alrighty, that's taken care of. So, realistically speaking, I should be able to turn on you. And be fine. Not great, but fine. Come on, give me the gold. Give me the coal. Thank you. Now we run this all the way over here. Make sure that, yes, both of them are there. Perfect. Okay. Now I can turn everything else on, too. now we just chill out over here. Almost scrap. We do need to grab another bit of coal. Because they don't always break down. Most of the time they do, not all the time. Come on. Now do that. Just in time for a piece of coal to come. Good. I'll wait for it to give me another chunk. Well, crush bit. Now we toss it in here. And there. Now we should be sorted. Alright. All should be good. All should be well. Excellent, excellent, excellent. You know what I might do? I might just add the rod extruder. Because honestly speaking here, probably wouldn't be a bad idea. We do need to have a bit of well, the junk rods coming on in. So I think this one wouldn't be such a bad idea. There we go. Now we just wait for another... Oop. Don't get trapped down there, Alan. Okay. Okay, good. It does work. Alrighty, there. Perfect. Junk rod is now heading that way. And we are golden. Literally, we have gold come through. Alrighty. Not bad. Not bad at all. We got our polished copper pipes, our polished steel rods for the quest also going. Actually, all of our quests are now going, save for the cluster quest. And that one is going to be the slightly more annoying one. Not difficult, just annoying. The reason why I say it's going to be annoying, not difficult, yeah, I was afraid of that. Oh well, the reason why I say it's going to be annoying, not difficult, is because I'm pretty sure that I've got... In fact, I know for a fact that we've got the copper over here that we could get on into. So there's where we can get the chunk for the copper bit. The gold and the coal, though, that might be slightly more annoying and difficult to deal with. Maybe. And that's a very slight maybe. Truth be told, it's only 6 of them. Yeah, it is only 6 of them. So if I wanted to... Yeah, I think what I'm... Oh, double E casting. Ooh, la la. Anyways, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it for the day. I don't know how far along we are with our time, with, you know, my computer deciding to not have enough memory for my recording, which is why I had to do that whole jump cut. Stop recording. Good thing it made a little noise, or else I wouldn't have even noticed it. We would have lost all of that progress building the gold. But that being said, I think I might just do that where I'm just going to go and I'm going to set up a little rudimentary cluster collecting bit, and I'm just going to go and do that off camera because, well, honestly speaking, it'd be pretty boring watching me go find 6 clusters of each of them and then run them back here specifically just to run back here to do that. So I'm going to call it here. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and have a good day. Sayonara.